Morning, guys. Yard to home here, back at it again. Just training behind the camera. The customers asked us to do these little hedges here, make them look into something, make them look like something, I should say. There's a few little maple trees kicking around inside here. We'll take those out. The spirea has gotten a little overgrown, so we're going to just tame it up a little bit. We're going to make this one round. I'm going to separate it from the bigger one that's right there. That's a bridlesbury spirea, and that's just a big, beautiful bush when it's flowering, but it's a little ugly when it's not flowering. So we'll tame the both of them. I don't like trimming the bridlesbury spirea when it's flowering. It just looks so good when it's just scattered all over the place. And after they're done, then I'll trim them up. But this guy here, you can do pretty much anything you want with him. But as you can see, he's getting pretty old. There's a lot of just sticks inside. So we'll trim them up and make them look good for now. And then we'll trim it really good in the fall, so it grows back a lot better next spring. So we'll start with these little sprigs of maple trees. What was that?
Sorry, and I just wanted to make certain that we did our regular spiel. The like, subscribe, smash that notification, drop some comments.
Exactly.
And as a side note, as part of this video today, we're going to be featuring our Dewalt battery operated hedge trimmer as requested. We're going to do a review.
Yes, we'll get that little bad boy out in a few minutes as soon as I take care of these little maple fellers. Spray her down as I can without destroying the plant. They always grow, even if you cut them down right to the ground, these little guys are going to grow back anyway, so it doesn't make any difference. They'll spring right back out again. So if you can get them down, out, that's your finger. None of there.
Tangly.
Oh, there's another one.
Wow, they're everywhere. Oh, there's more, Matt.
Okay, this, yeah, there's quite a few of them here, isn't there?
There is. Yeah, they've kind of taken hold.
Oops, that's not it. That was a dead piece anyway. There we go. Another thing, you don't want to, if I try to take every single one of them out of here, I'm going to make a hole in the hedge, and I don't want to do that. That's another reason why I don't take them right to the ground every time. Because you don't want to say, look, oh, I got all the maples out of this hedge, and now there's a big hole in it. You don't want to do that. The customer probably wouldn't like it very much. But we'll take some out to make it look good.
Now, I know you're concentrating generally at the moment on the maples, but I was going to say, what about the dead stuff that's dangling?
Yeah,
That's not pretty.
Well, when we come to it.
That's not so bad. I mean, it's kind of a flat side, but it's not a sparse side.
Right. I could take all these out here, but then you're going to see sticks in there.
Yeah.
So that's acceptable for me to leave that in there because it's green and it's down low. Because if I take that out of there, that's what you're going to see.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
A lot of sticks in it. But anyway, as per request.
As per requested.
We're going to be using this little guy today. It's our Dewalt 20 Max hedge trimmer. Nice and light. Mind you, depending on what battery you put on it, as to how light it is. We just use these 5 amp batteries. We do have a 6 amp battery, which makes it a little heavier than it would be if you have smaller batteries. The little tiny batteries don't last very long at all. I wouldn't suggest using those unless you're doing just something like this alone. If you're doing something this big here, you're going to need a little bit more power and a little more longevity out of a battery this size. We always carry a few with us just for bigger jobs, and I will have to use our gas powered one to reach the top of this guy, as you know, I just am not that tall. But I like this. It works very well. The handle's good. I've got a big hand, and my hand doesn't touch anywhere inside here. I find that with a few other trimmers we've had. I try to put my hand around it, and my hand is scraping.
Your knuckles are scraping
on the body,
against,
right?
yeah.
And that's just because then I got to use the end of my finger. This guy, I can wrap my hand around it.
If you can't grab it right, you don't have the same control either.
Right, exactly. I got to say, this safety trigger here, I'm not sure. I honestly don't understand why they'd have a safety trigger on something like this. Because, you know, what's the point of it? Yes, I understand safety. 100% understand.
Your
safety.
wife understands safety.
Yes, exactly. But you know, power saws, brakes, and stuff like that, I understand. But I know probably in Canada they got to have a secondary thing like that. So anyway, that's just my gripe. That's just a pain in the butt, that little thing. Anyway, I use my headphones. Not that it's loud. I like listening to music when I'm doing everything, and my little 3M AM FM radio headphones is perfect. I don't like streaming music. I like the chatter. I like the background noise of radio. So,
And it eats your data.
sorry.
The streaming
and you don't
ones.
use any data.
Right.
Exactly. And we're not.
Batteries are cheaper than data.
I like the chatter of radio.
Yeah.
I like hearing the news. I like hearing the weather. All that sort of stuff. And completely different genres of music, not all the same stuff. All right.
Away we go.
Start by taking off little bits. If I want to just go whole hog and just take a whole bunch off at once, if I make a mistake, there's no putting it back on. It's easier to take little bits and little bits and little bits rather than take, you know, something like this down to here and say, oh, well, that doesn't look good.
Yeah.
And yes, you are going to see some brown at the stage of this plant's life. This is what you're going to get when you trim a little bit out of it.
Well, I mean, you can't make what's there disappear. It's already been exposed. It was there when we started, so you can't hide it. It is what it is. Could you raise the canopy a bit and kind of trim that back, make it disappear that way?
I could. Maybe we'll try some of that. Maybe see if we can get rid of some of that brown under there. But we'll shape it up first and then go from there. Next thing I like about the smaller batteries, you can use it with one hand. Now, if you have to reach over, it's not, you know, it's not that bad of a reach. It's not that heavy. For a smaller person, maybe put a lighter battery on. It does make a difference because that changes the balance. As soon as you put a heavier battery on, it changes the balance of the machine.
Yeah, those guys bent over on you, baby.
I can't hear you.
I say those guys kind of bent over on you.
Yep, we're not even close to being anywhere with this thing yet. We'll keep picking away at it.
I don't know how to pause on yours. That's alright, I'll get it. That pause.
What?
Alright, here we go again. He's got the big beast going. The powered noisy one.
Sorry, what's that?
I said you got the big beast going, the powered
This
gas
is a nice
powered
little machine. It's a
noisy
little
one.
bit- It's heavy, but you know it articulates to whatever you want. Big word first thing in the morning.
I know. Don't hurt yourself.
It's yeah. This is the saw that don't like heights. Remember this one
Oh yes.
from the Great Wall of Hedges?
Oh yes.
But anyway, it works most of the time.
Most of the time. Oh, he's quick.
Oh, this thing is hard on the shoulders.
Yes.
There.
Way to go!
Hi, Liz.
I'm not even dressed yet. You got
I'll stay over here.
Much better.
Well, that's pretty good, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Much.
Sorry guys, a bit of a pause there. We were talking to the customer.
That?
I was just saying that was a bit of a pause there. We were talking to the customer and getting her take on what's going on and how things look and
Yes.
anything.
Pleased with the way this looks.
Yes, absolutely.
I am too.
A little bit of a high spot just there, Matt.
All right.
Right, come back here and you'll
Right
see.
here.
Yep,
Right here.
yep.
How are we looking?
Better, much better,
I'll have to
way better.
just take a walk around it.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna.
Oh yes, I see. There's a high spot right
There's
there.
a high spot there. There's
Yeah.
a low spot. There's you can
Yep.
turn. It's yeah.
Another one right here.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right here, isn't it?
Yep. That's better. Much better. May not seem like much, guys, but it draws your eye. Definitely. Now that there's nope.
Here?
Nope. Over at the end of your cut. Right there. Yep. Better. Yep. And there's one little fella. It's hard to see because there's debris on the ground from where you... Yep. Perfect. One little branch. You'll see it.
Yeah, that looks a lot better.
Does
doesn't it?
look a lot better, babe.
We're gonna get that little stuff underneath.
Yes, that'll clean it up.
It's actually an elm tree anyway.
Oh, well, we'll get rid of him. You don't belong there, you stinker. There.
That looks 100% better.
Does so. Nope. I'm going to clean back some of this stuff. Okay.
This could use a trim, but I like the way that looks.
Yes, I love the way that looks,
Nice
actually.
and shaggy like that.
Yep.
I really like those.
Well, you don't, like we said before, you don't want everything to look
Exactly.
matchy in the yard. It's
This
just,
guy's a little too high, but other than that,
yep,
I like the way
Perfect.
that looks.
just like that. Oh, he's a prickly fella,
Oh, he's
isn't
a
he?
prickly bugger.
Pretty but
Yeah,
prickly.
see that? I might take these two away from the walkway. There. That way if someone walks by, they don't get out. That hurts.
When
You
you're,
know what I mean?
I do it all the time. I'm a whippersnipper girl, so.
Chick.
Chick. Yes, sorry.
Whippersnipper Chick.
Sorry. My mistake. Thank you. I was going to borrow your snippers and get him, but it would have been hard with the camera.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So did you pour all the way around it?
Not yet. I'm going to point one little thing out to you over here.
Oh, you're going to point me out something I did wrong.
Well, no, just the thing that you... It's a little dead fella hanging down in here. He kind of looks ratty up underneath.
Oh, there's a few.
Just the... Yeah, there's some there, but the one that's the lowest hanging was the one I was thinking about is all.
Take a few of these out.
And there's going to be a gap on this side because the other fellow was grown into it.
That's right. Yeah, there's no sun in here, so
Yep.
this is the way it's going to be. Anytime there's two...
Woo!
Can you pass those back to me, please?
You're really good at dropping those today.
Anytime
Falling out
there's
of pockets and such.
anytime there's two trees touching, or bushes, this is what's going to happen. They just don't grow. Can't get sun,
No.
it doesn't grow.
No. They're competing for the sun. They're growing into one another.
I don't think I need to take any more
No,
of that
I
off
think
here.
that's good.
It's, you know, You can't see underneath there. No one should be down on their hands and knees looking.
Does make it easier for whippersnipping.
It does. Ow, ow, get off it, Matt. Yeah. I like that.
Yes. I'll do a grand tour.
Yeah, take them around on a tour of it.
Okay, so we can see a nice shape.
Oh, I see there's a little bit sticking out right here. Right there.
Okay. There we go. Much more better. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks good.
Nope. Oh. You're funny, Mr. Green. Okay, just where they meet. He's cleaning it up. There we go. Hey, small bear. There we are. Okay.
All right.
So, I think
we can pause it here and
show the finished
show
product.
The finished product. Yep.
Exactly what my brain was thinking.
Perfect.
All right, guys, we'll catch you on the flip side. All right, Mr. Green, what are your final thoughts on the Dewalt hedge trimmer, battery operated?
We've had this for about, I'm going to say, a year. We've had no problems with it whatsoever. The batteries work good. This one has lasted this whole job, and we still have one bar left on it. We started with 2.
Yeah.
It wasn't a full battery, and we did this whole thing. So it doesn't use a lot of power, but they're saying that you can't use the small batteries on it, unless you're doing something very, very small. You can use one of the 2 amp batteries, which is fine. But the bigger batteries is definitely better. The 6 amp battery is a little heavy on it, but it's fine. Would I buy this again? Absolutely. It works good. It does the job exactly what you want it to do.
So it would be good for a homeowner, say perhaps an older individual who can't but wants to maintain their stuff?
Anybody. It's just anybody. You know, anybody that can, you know, flick it around. It's nice and light. This is made for anybody. A business like us, you know, we use it.
Yep.
It stands up. We do a lot of trimming with it.
It's nice and quiet. It's nice and light.
Exactly. You know, if it can stand up to a business using it every couple of days, it's definitely going to stand up to a homeowner using it once in a while.
Yep.
Right? So, yeah, I would buy it again in a heartbeat. So, we'll just get everything on the tarp here. This is one of the easiest ways to get debris off of the lawn instead of carrying it. Just throw it on the tarp.
One little flippy do and she's in there. And because this is our last, he's just going to bundle that whole thing up. I'm not going to bother emptying the tarp, throw the whole thing right in there.
Pull it together.
Woo!
Out! That's a thorn.
Done like dinner.
That's a thorn. We'll clean up our bits and bops here.
There we
Call
go.
that one done.
Call that one done.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment if you want.
Share. Tell your friends.
Yep. And we'll see you on the next one.
Absolutely, guys. Bye.